preparing to live stream the meeting.
Got my little flag in the back. Ben's got his in the back too.
Well, it's okay, and we are
Here you go.
now live. Okay, perfect. So I will, I got so many tabs open here. So I'll call this meeting to order at 7:09. If we could all stand and give the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United
States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I don't see anybody from the public that wanted to speak. So I entertain a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting, which was on March 3rd.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the
Made by
last meeting on March
Sherry.
3rd.
Seconded by?
Jim Bob.
All right. Sure. Well, I'll put you on speakerphone. That way you'll be picked up by my microphone. So I've got Bill Dyer on the
Well,
phone
Bill,
here.
this is not a regular planning and zoning meeting, City of Shelton, you know, where we're calling in from Florida and, you know, wherever else, and nobody can understand what the other person is talking about, etc.
I have no idea what's gone wrong, but technology has let me down, no question about it.
All right.
Well, we have a motion to approve the minutes, seconded by Jim Tate. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Hi.
Yeah, passes unanimously. Next item is a timely bill for Trails Committee report and status on the barn.
Well, I spoke to Joel, our project manager, the barnyard. He promised some action before the end of the week. Will probably mean that they will put up the fence for starting the foundation either as early as Friday or as late as early next week. So, and they have acquired, you know, and identified the materials for the construction of the barn, the windows, the doors, and all that sort of thing. And they are assembling those in Ellsworth. What is it?
Arlington?
They're in.
Yeah.
and they are still on schedule for meeting the full construction and occupancy permit by June 5th.
Terrific.
Good.
Yeah, so they that's all great. Is there anything regarding to general trails that we need to report on?
Well, we are scheduled for a work party. That's the next item. And we are having discussions about various issues and expenditures for aspects having to do with trails.
Okay, but nothing of a unique or, you know, exorbitant that you have to take action on, because usually your expenses are minor and are just approved administratively. Like Teresa.
Right. Well, I hope not. We're still looking into some things. So yeah, if that does become an issue, we'll bring it up to the Conservation Commission.
Sure. Okay.
Hey, Tom, question for Bill. Maybe you have to relay it to him, but did he pick out a weather vane?
No, that's, you know, honestly, there's a place up in Martin that does, quote, custom weather vanes. And I was going to actually, as sort of having been involved with this, I was going to buy one from them, but apparently they're out of business, or they don't have, you call them up and they don't do it. So anyway, I think at this point I've given up. on trying to do something unique. So I do believe that it is time for us to make a decision on a weather vane. Thank you, Ed. I've been kind of putting that off, hoping to do that for the commission. But in any case, as of now, it is time, and you know, they've obviously the barnyard's offered to put the weather vane up when in fact we are ready for it. But
well, here's what I'll suggest then, since your resource that you were looking towards for a weather vane is not responding, answering the phone calls, or maybe out of business or COVID impacted,
Right.
whatever. Ed McCreary has a nice weather vane on his garage that I think he was satisfied with. Maybe the supplier of that can be contacted and see what kind of offerings they have.
Or the barnyard, just tell them, you know, what you want, because they also carry the weather vanes and will put on whatever you want. So, you know, what I think you might refer to is on top of my garage are 3 pine trees. I know that Bill looked in vain for some hikers. And I've looked, I haven't seen any that they're like these standard models they make over and over again: a moose, a cow, a horse, a million types of dogs, a flag, pine trees, golfers. You can get golfers. You can get airplanes. So I think, you know, my idea of a dog, because it's on the front of the dog park, didn't seem to go over too well. So why don't you guys just say what you think would be appropriate for the barn? And you can get them in a silhouette of an American flag as well. Or you can get something as simple as an arrow that just turns in the direction of the wind. So do you have any thoughts?
They all do that, right? They all turn with direction of the wind.
Yeah, but I mean, you can get in the shape of just an arrow. You know, there's no figure or anything.
No, I know, but I mean, we're basically, for the ones that you're talking about with the pig or the moose or whatever, they're around, you know, $350, $400. So.
Oh, you can get them much cheaper.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. No, you can get them for under $100 easily. But
Well, not under.
anyway,
100,
Ed, how
We'll
about
do a
you
little
and I?
research.
We'll
We'll do a little research and get back to you. We'll
Yeah,
do a little research.
we'll do
and get
some
back to you.
research and we'll talk about it at our next meeting.
We'll
We've
figure
got
it
some
out.
time.
We'll figure it out.
But tell us what you want, Jim. And
I
Tom,
can tell you, it's better if I just show you. I have one in mind myself, and I'll
Tell
show
me.
you if you like it.
Yeah,
great.
tell me.
It's a hiker.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I
wonderful.
like it. I like it.
It's a hiker, and it's.
You found it.
I had it. I just have to go look it up. It's really a hiker with a staff, I think. And then there was actually one where I actually talked to the guy, and he could put a little dog on it if we wanted to.
No dog.
Yeah, dog ones are actually part of the genre of them. They make a million of them, you know, and to the point you can get your type of dog, a Labrador, you know, a Sheltie, whatever. So I'm not worried about a dog, but we couldn't find a hiker. And that's what
Yeah,
Teresa liked.
I got one. Guy looks
All
like
right.
he's hiking anyway. He's standing up there, look like a staff or something. I don't know.
Kind of like a Long Trail Brewing
I have
logo.
to find it again.
All right.
Okay.
We'll get to it.
A hiker with a pine tree.
I'll send it around to everybody.
That's called Santa Claus.
I'll send it around, and everybody can comment.
Okay. Sounds good.
Boy,
All right, we'll get it. Not hard.
Okay. Anything else regarding trails or the barn? I think that's pretty much it, right, Bill? Okay, moving on to Shelton Canal locks.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if maybe Ed or Jim want to speak about anything that's happening with that.
Well, Ed's the committee chair, I guess, so let's have him talk about it.
Go ahead, Ed.
So we gathered up the materials that we had. By that, I mean what I've assembled and what the SCDC already had. They hired a outside professional who can go nameless, who will help also put up some schematics for what we hope the rec path extension might look like. and there's that, and we also received some volunteer donations of images from early days of the canal and the canal locks from Dr. Dorenzo, who is sort of the unofficial City of Derby historian. And it's all been transmitted electronically to the Naugatuck Valley COG, who has agreed, once they get it all together, they will assemble it into a video presentation, similar to the Cooleytown Dam one that Teresa found for us. And then from there, we're going to use it as a presentation, probably to the Board of Aldermen first, for some of the funding that'll be needed for phase 1 of the engineering work. And so it's one of these programs that'll probably outlive us all, but it's in the works.
Moving along, moving along.
Excellent. Okay. So no action from us needed on that for now. We do have some applications for development at Planning and Zoning that they want us to comment on. So I am going to do a screen share here so you can see them on my computer. Let's do it through this one here. So if you look at, this is, everybody see the screen share?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, this is the high school on Meadow Street. This is the police station over here. And there's this parcel that is undeveloped that there is an application for subdivision on. This is a Google Maps look at it. You can see it's just a vegetated pocket in the center of all of these houses. And this is the map. So it's a 6-lot subdivision, R3 zone. And the police station would be down here. Pretty much the same builders that did the little houses across from the EMS facility on Meadow Street over the past year or so. It's an as of right, and the developer is requesting a fee in lieu of payment. So
Sounds good.
I think
Sounds
that's
like the way to go.
I think that's appropriate. Looking at
Stone wall in the back there. Is there any back?
It's off the property.
that's off of the development area. It's kind of a delineation between this parcel and the existing houses. So I don't see that as a.
What is the hatch? What is the hatched area there, Tom? What is that?
Yeah, let me pull that up a little closer. This is a drainage easement in to the city of Shelton. So there's some sort of drainage facility here that is an easement basically, but it's going to be retained by market. So there's no detention pond or retention pond being shown on. It's just some sort of a drainage easement. I can look through some other of the drawings here and see what else was. This is off of the P&Z's.
How wide's the roadway? How wide's that roadway?
Yeah, let me pull it up here. 50 feet.
No, that's the right of way. 20.
Oh, 26 feet then for the roadway.
All right. Okay.
All right.
What's
So
what's the intent for the retained parcel? Or we don't know.
I think there's an existing, there's a couple of properties here that's owned by market. I think that there's a property owner here that has to convey property. There's a little land swapping going on to accommodate the roadway. And there's an existing house here. So maybe they're not going to build the house right away. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, so this,
yeah. Go ahead, Sherry.
no, I just realized, so this is coming in from Meadow Street, the road, No,
No.
it is William Street.
No, it's coming
So-
in off of William Street. So, even though the address of the application is showing Meadow Street,
Yeah,
and that's primarily because there's this strip here that comes out onto Meadow Street, but they're going through here
okay,
and coming off of William Street into this parcel
Mhm.
here.
Makes
okay.
sense, makes
I
sense.
see, yeah. I see
So,
it
you're
now.
not having 6 more homes empty out onto Meadow Street through some sort of funky road coming down this way, which would be silly.
And I think that's market property, that little driveway
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah, it's
correct?
Teddy Market's family, yeah.
And,
So
okay,
this is the city's GIS page. This parcel here was the one that was divided into smaller lots this over the past year or so. But, I mean, I know it's in our greenway, but there's really no contribution that an open space dedication on the site would make to our greenway corridors or a
I
pocket
agree.
park or anything like that. So I would recommend we accept the fee in lieu of payment.
I agree.
Agree.
So,
Just quickly,
I truthfully think the 3 on Meadow Street kind of look nice too. The developer did a pretty decent job with giving each one some space and a little yard and,
Yeah, and that question was asked. I watched the YouTube video of the P and Z meeting because P and Z is a little tardy in getting their minutes up on the website. And that question was asked about the size of the lots compared to the ones they did on Meadow Street just the past year. And these lots will be a little bit larger in size.
oh, that's nice for the neighbors.
And again, it is an as of right, so there was no public hearing, but there was public notice, I believe, for the neighbors. It's required under subdivision regs. So, Bill, did you have something to add?
I could ask, actually, probably to Sherry, is that the same market that are right up the street? That giant parcel that goes all the way down to Howe Ave?
They're related. They're related. Ted Market is, because even when you go up a little bit where that 10 coat is, that corner lot right there was a market house. So they kind of went up the road, the markets, even where the brick, there was a lot of markets on this street. Right next to Charlie is another large piece that is a market. But Ted looks like he's keeping his piece, correct?
That's what it looks like, the mention of to be retained by. It's neither here nor there for our deliberation, though.
Correct.
So I got a sense that Sherry made the motion and Ed McCreary seconded to accept the fee in lieu of payment for this subdivision application. Is there any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so that moves on. Then we had, let's see, I'll just say that the Conservation's budget request was the mayor's recommendation, so no change in what we requested into the mayor's recommendation. The mayor made a joint presentation to the Inland Wetlands and the Planning and Zoning Commission this afternoon for a conceptual use on the Moss property.
Really?
This is, a very, very conceptual. The mayor's comments were to keep in mind that this is, just a first step to get the discussion ball rolling, but that he has several interested parties that want to move to Shelton that are of an industrial nature, light industrial park, which is kind of what they have shown here. But he also mentioned that even though the drawing here shows a kind of a cul-de-sac dead end, that there are some stimulus funds that are being made available from the feds that allow for road construction. But if that's done, it can't be just a dead end or a terminating kind of spur. It has to be a connecting road that increases viability of traffic flow and so on. So the actual goal would be to connect that all the way down towards where Nell's Rock and Route 108 are located. And the mayor indicated that he does have the right of ways for all the properties to accomplish that, which I wasn't aware of. And I'm not really sure that's accurate, but here nor there, it's the goal is to connect it all the way through to, as we know, a long-term alleviate the traffic that has to route through Huntington Center, that it could be a more of a major thoroughfare. So just want to let you know, I mean, that's up on YouTube now with the presentation that they did, which was very unfortunate. I'll say publicly, it's just, it could have been much more professional because they didn't do it in this kind of a Zoom format. You couldn't see anything on the screen from a camera that's hanging from the ceiling. So, but be that as it's may, that's the choice they made in terms of making a presentation technologically. So with that, I think we've reached the end of our agenda. Is there any comments by members? I'll start at the bottom of my tree. I see Ed McCreary is at the bottom. Ed, do you have anything to say?
Got both vaccine shots, so anxious to get things back to normal, though it's obviously still got some time to go with that.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught the earlier part of our conversations with you when we were all gathering, getting ready to get started, but I had a test on Monday at Griffin and then had a little bit of difficulty getting my results over the course of the week. So, Jim, anything for you to add?
No, but I'm sure before next month we'll be emailing amongst ourselves a little bit as things develop here in the spring, and that barn should start to go up. So I'm sure we'll have to go back and forth a little bit. What else was there? I'm trying to meet with the mayor on a little walk around downtown. So if anything comes out of that, I'll notice everybody as well.
Terrific. Thank you. Sherry.
Well, I started the challenge that Teresa so nicely set up with letterboxing. I love it. And
all right.
The weather's been very cooperative and a lot of garbage out. So I'm getting ready to start picking up garbage again.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, I was wondering actually, is Bill still on the line?
Yeah, I have him on my phone.
I was wondering if you've been getting a lot of volunteers for the trails, the trail, oh my goodness, work parties.
Yeah.
Have we? No, unfortunately, it's the same people that come. Thanks to Jim Geisler, we've had some young boys from the high school that have gotten into a bit of trouble.
Oh.
And they've actually turned out very well. I'm very enthusiastic about Gino and Tony. And now we've got a new boy, Andrew. So we've actually had some nice
Good.
non-voluntary work.
Sorry, there's the
They have hours to do
for community
to
service.
avoid going to juvenile court. But
Motivation.
a little disappointing that we've not had more people. Oh, I use the trails all the time. They're wonderful and whatever. Well, we meet Saturday morning. Oh yeah, I'll give them that.
I know. I was thinking that if you had more, just because there's so much more use on the trails.
The weather hasn't been that great yet, so well, it'll get there.
It'll happen. It'll happen. I think.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. No. And actually, we have this time of year. We don't have a lot of significant, not a lot of stuff to cut back or whatever. Now that it's starting to grow, will be.
Yeah.
So you actually don't want to have a work party where people don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
Right.
It's worked out actually quite well, but we have not been overwhelmed with volunteers. But in the winter, that's actually good because there isn't that much to do.
Anything else, Sherry?
No, that was it. Just curious how the
And
trails were.
since Bill, you were talking, anything you want to add comment wise?
No, I think I'm all set.
Okay, and I don't really have too much to add either. So Teresa, do you have anything to say?
All vaccinated.
Yay,
And Emma got her first shot on Monday.
Hmm,
cool, good.
Looking
very
up.
good.
How's she feeling?
Fine. She's doing good.
Good, good.
It's the second shot that gets you.
Yeah, that's true.
I had no reaction. Nothing.
They say old people don't have as much of a reaction as,
Well, and also the Moderna has more of
That's it.
a
I knew it.
reaction. The Moderna has more of a reaction, apparently.
yeah, I had the Moderna and I did feel a lot of body aches and
Yep.
Yeah, I had
just
Pfizer.
fatigue, a lot of
I had
fatigue.
Pfizer.
Right.
Well, I had that with the Pfizer. The second shot knocked me out for 2 days.
Whoa.
Really.
I
React.
know,
Right.
that
Did that
vaccine's
happen right
no
away, Ed?
joke.
Ed, did that
No.
happen right away?
The shot, I had it on a Friday at about 6, and the next day at about 11 o'clock, I was on a phone call and it just like suddenly hit me with a
Ah.
ton of bricks of chills
Wow.
and,
Really?
aches and, yeah.
Really?
But after 2 days, it was gone.
I was expecting something. Nothing happened.
There you go. Because you're a man's man. You're a manly man.
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Well,
It's the beard.
Probably already
It's
had.
really,
I
it is
probably had
very,
gotten COVID from Tom anyway, so I was probably positive with it anyway. So.
no, but it is very weird how everybody has a different reaction. I've talked to people with all over the spectrum of both Pfizer, Moderna, even the Johnson & Johnson. Angie's sister-in-law, or my sister-in-law, she got the Johnson in one shot. And she was, her arm was very sore and but like you said, we're vaccinated, so that's a good thing.
Right.
well, my only piece on that is tomorrow will be 3 weeks straight that I haven't physically been at work, and
Oh, they're gonna.
yeah, well, I'm certainly set up here at the hotel with my laptop, and I got a bigger screen TV than I have at home with the masters going full time. So
Yeah, but it must be
it's not
boring.
too bad. It's a little bit boring. Yeah, it is.
Tom, did you test positive?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I tested positive.
So do
Didn't even know.
exercises, touch your toes, stretch your back.
Yes, I got to get some stretches in. So, but on a positive note, I did see on the news that Ireland is one of the countries that I think as of June 1st that you will be able to travel to if you
Oh,
have had your vaccination.
Oh.
So
Wow.
anybody wanting to take a Tom's tour in October, if
I
things
would
are all going
love
well, but in all seriousness,
That would be amazing.
good to see everybody. And
Good night.
You're in a hotel?
yeah, I am, not to go long into it. We'll end the meeting and I'll continue that conversation with you on the phone. So just hold on there, Bill. All right, so we are done with nothing further on agenda. We stand adjourned.
Good
Thank you.
night.